Today we're going to be talking with former talk show host Ricki Lake. She joins us today to talk about her latest project, The Business of Being Born, which is now available on DVD. Ricki executive produced and appears in the film, which offers an unprecedented look at childbirth and the way people have babies in America. And as an OB-GYN, I was privileged to be part of this film. You'll see some clips. This is a unique film, and I was lucky to work with Ricki throughout the whole process. Ricki, it's great to interview you.
I'm thrilled. It's sort of surreal, Jacques.
Isn't it?
To be on this end of the interviewing thing with you.
So you're a talk show host, you're a movie star, you're Go Ricki, Go Ricki. How did you get involved with birthing babies?
Well, I mean, I'm a mother, too. I think that's the title I'd love first, right. You know, and particularly a home birthing mama. I had both my sons, Milo, who's 11, in a hospital setting with midwives at St. Luke's Roosevelt, and my second son at home in my bathtub. And it's really sort of... I had a really interesting journey of learning all this information that I didn't know the first time around, and I felt like I wanted to do a project that would kind of ask some questions about the medical system when it comes to birthing in this country, with the C-section rate being what it is and malpractice insurance being, you know, going through the roof. I felt like the process of normal birth was being taken away from women, and I wanted to explore that.
Yeah, but Ricki, you're a celebrity. You're supposed to have a scheduled C-section.
You think all celebrities have C-sections? A lot of them do.
A lot of them do. We have Too Posh to Push,
yeah.
Who schedules it around her husband's soccer schedule. And here you go, having a home birth. This is an unusual cause for a celebrity to be behind,
well,
isn't it?
It really wasn't a cause. It was what I wanted, my personal choice, and that's what really the film is about. It's about choices, and that women do have a choice, and if they maybe were more informed, they might choose something other than the traditional way to give birth these days, which is to be, you know, give an intervention, sometimes unnecessarily, and that, of course, leads to a C-section many times. And I think, you know, I was really interested in the process of giving birth as much as I was with the rite of passage of becoming a mother. And I was so transformed by my experience. This movie is definitely not have a home birth like me. We're not saying that. But we really are advocating for women to speak up for themselves, do their own due diligence, and make the best choice for them, and that they have choices.
When you first started this project, did you ever think that people were going to compare this film to The Inconvenient Truth, i.e., this film has become controversial? Tell me if you ever thought it was going to be and why it is so controversial.
Well, I mean, certainly we were making this film and Al Gore's movie had not even come out. So, you know, to be called the Al Gore of natural birth, I find it's like the ultimate compliment. But it is controversial, and I think everyone has an opinion on this issue. You know, we're all so attached to that experience that we have, whether we gave birth ourselves or have been, you know, given birth, how we came into the world. You know, it has fired people up. You know, ACOG, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, have had something to say about our little movie that it played on like 5 screens in the country. I mean, it's surprising to me, and I'm also really excited because I think it is educating the consumer to speak up. And, you know, with episiotomies, for example, that, you know, was routine not even 10, 15 years ago, and now they're not being done routinely anymore because women said no. And I think it's really about the woman advocating for herself and saying what she wants. And you don't know what you want unless you do the homework.
Now, what about the controversy that you've stirred, and unfortunately I happen to be there, with the medical professional? Because, you know, the medical professional doesn't like to be moved or challenged too much, as we found out. Why don't you tell us what happened when you showed this film at some pretty progressive doctors?
Well, we actually showed the film at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital, which is the hospital where I gave birth to my first son and where Abby Epstein delivers her baby with you as her doctor almost 2 years ago. And you know, it's like we've been screening the film throughout, you know, for the last year since Tribeca Film Festival last year, and it's been like a puff piece. You know, I show up and, oh, we love Ricki Lake, and the film has been received so warmly, great reviews. And then, you know, this is the first time that we got some backlash from the older, sort of set in their ways obstetricians and the medical field. I mean, I think the residents at that screening were particularly inspired. The labor and delivery nurses were so grateful for this film and that we're accurately portraying what it's like in hospitals today for women to give birth. So, I mean, for me, it was definitely a rude awakening to see, wow, they don't all love this film and people do feel threatened. But really, my message is we are not anti-hospital, anti-doctor. We are really questioning the system that is in place. We are looking at the statistics. You know, the infant mortality rate is the second worst in the developed world. We are along lines with Cuba. And, you know, these numbers that we're looking at need to be addressed, and I think there's a way to do it better. I think incorporating midwives more into the you know.
And Ricki, what's next for you in terms of this film coming out, and what's next? How do you keep on championing your cause?
Well, you know, we have our website, which is being built now. It's an amazing hub for people to get information. It's thebusinessofbeingborn.com, and it's really exciting to be an advocate for moms, for babies, for midwives, especially in this area of birth. And Abby Epstein and I are doing a book that's coming out spring of '09 called Your Best Birth, which is basically a pregnancy guide that is going to have the same tone as the movie. A lot of positive personal stories. A lot of celebrities are getting involved. It feels like this movie has sort of created a movement, you know.
Right. And I guess the take-home message is it's not one way what's right for you, and it's really about choices. Is that what the message you're trying to get across?
You took the words out of my mouth. It's not hospital versus home. It's really about empowering yourself and make the best choice for you, and to have an empowering birth experience. Ultimately, we want that healthy baby, but it'd be great to be transformed in a positive way, you know, and whatever that way is for you, I would love for women to have access
Ricki,
to having that.
This was fun this way.
Great
it's better than being interviewed. It's better to interview you.
You're very good at your job, let me just say.
All right, and that's all the time we have for now. You can check out The Business of Being Born on Netflix. I have a copy of it right here, and at video stores around the country, as well as thebusinessofbeingborn.com. That's all the buzz we have for you today. Make sure to check us out on demand at the entertainment section of abcnews.com. I'm Dr. Jacques Moritz in New York. I'll see you next time.